What's going on, guys? My name is Don't Panic 494, and today we're going to be playing a little bit of Scavenger on Talah Market. Scavenger, if you guys have never played it, is one of the game modes that was introduced in Aftermath. Essentially, it's kind of a cross between like a bigger game, Conquest Domination, and Gunmaster. I guess it's kind of how I would describe it. The flags cap incredibly quickly like they do it in Conquest Domination. They take a minute to neutralize, but then as soon as they're neutralized, they cap extremely fast. And you start with a pistol and just pick up guns around the map. Like right now, I've got the crossbow. And look at this shot right here.
How did that not hit the target?
I don't even understand. Right on the chest. I looked at that replay like 843 times, and it was directly on his chest. But I guess it is what it is. I do get him when he comes around the second time anyways. And then this gentleman, I cap him right in the leg so I don't get the kill. It brings him down to like 9 health, but that's just how it works sometimes. But anyways, back to the game. So Scavenger, you pick whatever pistol you want to start with. You can play with any kit you want, but you don't get to use any of the special kit perks. Like if you're a medic, you can't use the defibrillators or the med pack. If you're an NG, you don't have the RPG or anything. You're essentially just picking what skin you want to play with for the round, so you start out with a pistol, pick up guns along the way, kind of, I guess, the premise of why they called it Scavenger. But it is super fun. It's a totally new dimension to any Battlefield game that I've played in the past. They're really doing a lot of new things with Battlefield 3. I think it's really cool. Obviously, there's never been anything like this, like Gunmaster in any of, or I mean, look at like tank superiority, air superiority. They're taking a lot of chances, and I think they're relatively successful. Tank superiority, air superiority, I don't think are that fun. But Gunmaster, Scavenger, these are super fun new game modes that I really hope they incorporate into Battlefield 4. Like I mentioned about the flags, if you've ever played Conquest Domination on close quarters, the flag capping is very similar to that. And the gameplay itself feels very similar to that. The main difference are going to be, well, I guess there are two main differences. One, the maps are way bigger, probably more than double in size, and they have more flags. Instead of 3, they have 5. And you obviously don't start with, your preferred gun, and you don't get to play with an actual kit. So it really is, a good simulation of what would happen if you were, part of a troop that was deployed, and then there was this massive catastrophe. Support has been kind of scattered around, and you're just left to fend for yourself with what you can find. Obviously, in real life, you don't see blue glowing weapons with attachments pre-made on them and one full magazine on the ground. But if you can get over that, it is a super fun mode. Typically, in terms of strategy, I kind of play it similar to Gunmaster. I look and see what guns I can pick up and try to play to its strengths. It's kind of tough. There are 3 levels of weapons, and you'll see them. They actually show the level hovering above. So this one that you can see right there over to the left that I'm about to run over to and pick up, that has 3 bars above it. That's a level 3 weapon, which means it's like fully loaded with attachments. There are also level 1 weapons that have no attachments, and I believe there are level 2 weapons which have like 1 attachment on them. The attachments usually include, a scope, and if it's a level 3, it'll usually have like a laser sight or a bipod or something like that. And you want to just do everything you can to play to the weapon's strength. In terms of the way I move around the map, I really play Scavenger similarly to the way I play Gunmaster. I work my way through, high traffic zones. If I have, a weapon and I'm comfortable in close quarters, I try to stay towards the outskirts if I have a weapon that's more of a long range weapon. And just kind of stick to the avenues where you think you're going to make a difference. Obviously, capping points and playing the objective is important, as I get a filthy hit on that guy. I was incredibly suppressed. I don't know if you noticed, but I missed him by about 7 inches. But because of the suppression, it actually put my bullet directly into his throat. So that was a nice little exploit, I guess. Not intentional, but usually I get boned with suppression, so it's nice to have it work for me for a change. But anyways, getting back to what I was saying, try to hang out in like the higher traffic zones. Depending on how the bases are configured, it sometimes is more beneficial to just hold 3 and then cover avenues. The spawn points are a little wacky here too, and you can spawn on your squad mates. So there's definitely a chance that you're going to get flanked. They're going to spawn behind you, and they're going to end up backcapping and everything like that. The way that I see this being played, is not so much a strategic hold of bases like it is in Conquest. It's much more, keep the team at bay, get as many frags as you can while maintaining as many bases as you can. So, it's less strategy, it's really fun, it's fast-paced, and you get to play with a lot of guns and a lot of different setups that you never really would have played with before. So, I definitely recommend it. It's like Gunmaster in that regard, where you're going to be using setups that you never would have tried before, and you never know, you may find something you like. At this point, with Battlefield 4 being so close around the corner, you gotta kind of do whatever you can to keep Battlefield 3 fresh and interesting so you can enjoy it up until, Battlefield 4 comes out. And longer. This game is really good. So, definitely recommend it if you haven't played it. It's super fun for warm-ups or even winding down at the end of the night. But definitely give it a try. Thank you guys for watching the video. Be sure to give it a like if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you want to see some more. And I will see you guys next time. Take care.